Alright guys, this is the new Inferno. Here's T-spawn. I'm gonna go through some basic stuff that you can do as T on this map. First off, if you're playing with a team, the standard setup would probably be to have 2 or 3 guys blocking up T-slope here. Banana control it's pretty important. I think the most important part of playing T is to get the enemy CTs to waste their grenades as much as you can. So what you want to do is that you want to take control top banana. You want them to play defensively. You want the CTs to have to fall back playing inside the site here on B. So for example, what you could do is just to try to come up slope. You could. I don't have a Molotov right now, but if you have a Molotov, you could throw it towards here, where it was usually a car. If you've done a Molotov here, it would stop them from being able to come out here and peek you as you would move up here. So maybe if the best spawn has a Molotov, just run up from Molotov. The second guy, he could throw a high flash. That would blind any enemy that tries to get quick information here. Just try to get. You just want them to have no information at all what you're doing B. So that's kind of basic. Trying to take over here. Try to save as much nades as you can, but also maybe use one flashbang in the start and one flashbang when you're taking B to close here. Then the other guys, you can have one guy, if you have an offer in your team, going up here, having up peak middle is always super good. Just waiting for the CTs to do a move if they were pushing mid or peeking mid with off, you could always challenge them with your op. Then you should have 2 guys going second mid. What I like is to have one guy always coming up here, the stairs from T-spawn up here, walking up here and trying to spot into window directly. That way you can spot if there's any CT. If CT have good spawn, they might want to run here in middle instantly, run it into boiler, all the way through here, down apps to push here, second mid. But if you're playing T, if you have one guy going up here in the start, you could always spot them, running through the window here that they were pushing apps. Also this position is very good for spamming, because the new walls here in Inferno is super spammable. I'll actually show packs. I'll show you guys quickly. These are super spammable, these new walls here. So if there's anyone pushing apps, you could spam from here. And you will get some big, it does a lot of damage as well. So having one guy sticking information up here on the bridge if they're pushing apps is super good. Getting some spam in early if they're going aggressive apps. The last guy, I just like having one guy pushing up here pretty quickly. Just running up second mid. Making sure there's no one at the bench. Just getting control. After that, he can hold apps here. That's a basic setup that you can play as T on Inferno. Alright guys, this is how you defend banana as CT on new Inferno. You should have at least 2 guys playing B. One thing that I do like is to have one of every nade if you have the economy to do it. 1 HE, 1 flash, 1 smoke, 1 molotov. What I like to do is to do some early damage down B. Is by double nading when their Ts are coming up here. So Ts usually tend to run into banana, get into control, but they want to disable you from peeking up here. So if you're a CT, I like to double nade it. Coming down here, either bouncing off that wall, or you could in the new one you could even do like this, and just nade down here. Throwing 2 nades like that, if the Ts are pushing in here, it's a pretty small shot point still, so they will take a lot of damage doing that. Otherwise than that, I think keeping your smokes as long as you can, because the round time is 1:55, and you only have 2 smokes now on B. So trying to get early information without committing too much, strafing off, taking angles, even doing from here. So basically, one basic setup that you could have is to have one guy here, is spotting the small angle here. He could even strafe it like this, and he could be ready with a smoke, doing it like this. And if they come, just smoke it off. The other guy then could be on site, because if they're rushing in, he could be an anti-flash here, or he could even sit new boxes here, throwing high flashbangs. One thing that's still good is bouncing flashbangs, landing cool as we used to call it. These flashbangs there will blind almost every T that's running in, aiming towards either site or CT. So having one guy taking information, the other guy ready with a nade is a pretty basic setup. For example, this guy's spotting here. He sees them, smokes off, he waits. He calls for a flash from his teammate, which is flashing. When that one explodes, this guy runs out here and see if they're blind. If they're in here, they're gonna be flashed, and this guy can kill them easily. Otherwise than that, I think the new coils, what do you call it now, even rockets maybe, is still a good position to get like early information. You can have one guy standing here, the other guy is sitting here with flashbangs, throwing flashbangs down as they push in. I think that is the most important part, is to have one guy getting information and the other guy should be using nades. You could also have like one guy just standing here, using the Molotov here defensively, just bouncing up down here. So the Molotov lands when they're trying to push in. But otherwise than that, I think it's just communication. Getting as much like info as possible and trying to save your nades as long as you can. I think it's even important to have an op on B now. If you have an op CT or coils, I think that could be really good defending the B long side. So yeah, that's some basic stuff that you can do as CT. Of course, there are a lot of new things to do, but I'll take that in another video. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time.